Hello, successful people.
Welcome back to the Iron Fire Success channel. I'm DK.
And I'm Mo.
Thank you so much to our subscribers.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about where to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the Celebrity Beyond.
And we're going to talk about times, port days, sea days, and the dress codes.
Let's go into the video.
There are 6 places to eat breakfast on the Celebrity Beyond. 4 of the 6 are open to all travelers, and the food is available to you for no extra cost. It's included in your cruise fare. 2 of the 6 are specialty restaurants, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. The chart I'm going to put up for you is available. I'll put a link in the description box to the article on my blog where you'll be able to see that article that has all of these charts, as well as links to various menus, and also to get more information about each venue that I mentioned in this video. So let's talk about these breakfast options. The first option is the Ocean View Cafe. This is on the 14th floor, which is the same floor as the pool deck. Now, the Ocean View Cafe is the buffet, so it is casual. They offer a wide variety of food. It's open early, usually opens at 6:30 and closes at 11. Now, if there is a day where the boat is getting into a port pretty early, maybe 7:30, then the Ocean View Cafe will open at 6. If it is a sea day or it's a day that the boat is arriving in port later, then the Ocean View Cafe will open at 6:30. Please be advised that there are juices available in the Ocean View Cafe, those that you can get where you walk up and self-serve orange juice or apple juice, coffee or tea. Those beverages are included. But there is a coffee shop in the Ocean View Cafe, which is Cafe El Baccio 2. And there is a bar at the far end of the Ocean View Cafe. And if you order drinks at any of those stations inside of the Ocean View Cafe, there will be an additional charge unless you happen to have a drink package. Number 2, the Spa Cafe and Juice Bar. This is on the 14th floor inside of the solarium. So it is very casual. It is a small place. It does have tables and chairs for you to eat, and the staff is wonderful about picking and cleaning everything up. They're very attentive. The Spa Cafe and Juice Bar will have light fare available for breakfast at no additional cost. It is included in your cruise fare. But be aware that the smoothies and the juices they serve there could be an additional charge unless you have a drink package. Next is the Eden Cafe. The Eden Cafe is on the 5th floor inside of the Eden restaurant. It is also a fast casual place. They do have an outdoor area where you can sit with your food if you get it from the Eden Cafe. And there's also a few tables and chairs right there as well. It's light fare. There's coffee available there, and same thing goes. Keep in mind, if you get any drinks, smoothies, specialty coffees that are available in a venue, please ask because they may be an additional charge unless you have a drink package. The Cosmopolitan is the first restaurant on this list that I'm bringing up. The Cosmopolitan restaurant is one of the 4 main dining rooms available on the Celebrity Beyond. This is a sit-down restaurant with waiter and waitress service. And so if you're in the mood for a breakfast where you just want to sit and have people bring the food and have a variety of menu items, the Cosmopolitan is the place for you. The final 2 in our list, Blue and Lumine, are the specialty dining restaurants. Unlike other specialty dining where you can pay a fee to access the restaurant, these 2 are only available to travelers that are in a certain class or type of room. Lumine is available if you are a guest of the retreat. That's the suite area on the Celebrity Beyond. And Blue is available if you are in an Aqua Class stateroom. Blue is a restaurant that generally serves healthier options. It has a vast menu and the food is really good. We ate there for breakfast and we ate there for dinner a few times when we were on our 10-day cruise on the Celebrity Beyond. One more thing to mention about breakfast. I read online that Le Grand Bistro, which is a French restaurant on the 4th floor, is open for breakfast for a small cover charge of $10 or $15. It was not open on our particular sailing of the Celebrity Beyond, but I'm just bringing that up because as I'm reading and finding things out about Celebrity, I noticed that there are certain things that are available on some sailings that are not available on others. And also, any prices quoted for cover charges and such may change and vary based on the sailing and the time of year. So anything that's in this video that has a price, just keep that in mind to check because it could be different during your sailing of the Celebrity Beyond. And now let's get to the venues where we can go to have lunch on the Celebrity Beyond. There are 9 places to eat lunch on the Celebrity Beyond. 5 of those 9 are open to all travelers at no additional cost. All of the restaurants to eat lunch are open on sea days, and 6 are open on port days. The restaurants open on port days are denoted with a P in bold on the chart. Generally, most lunchtime restaurants on the Celebrity Beyond open around noon and close at either 1:30, 2, or 2:30, with the exception of the burger place that's the Masked Grill that is poolside on the 14th floor. Let's get into the list. The Ocean View Cafe Buffet is open between noon and 2:30 for lunch. That is included in your cruise fare, and it is open on port days. Note that the Ocean View Cafe has food themes around particular types of cuisine or countries, and those themes change daily for lunch. The Spa Cafe and Juice Bar on the 14th floor in the Solarium is open between 12 and 2 for lunch on port days and sea days. The Masked Grill is located on the 14th floor pool deck and serves burgers and fries on port days and sea days between 11:30 and 6 o'clock. The Eden Cafe is open between 12 and 1:30. The Cosmopolitan Restaurant is open between noon and 1:30. This is the only one of the 4 main dining rooms that is open for lunch. And please note that it is not open for lunch on Embarkation Day. Craft Social is a sports bar that is on the 4th floor. It's pretty small and it's open on one side to the Grand Plaza. So if there's music playing downstairs in the Grand Plaza and you are in Craft Social having lunch or watching a game, it'll be very loud because you can hear both the sound that's coming from inside the Craft Social and any sound from a performer or entertainment that's in the Grand Plaza. Note about the food. The Grand Social serves bar food, things like chicken wings and such, and of course, beer and whatnot. And the Craft Social isn't a place where you have to pay a cover charge to get in like some of the other specialty restaurants. At the Craft Social, you just pay for whatever it is that you order, just like any other regular restaurant. Craft Social is open starting at 12 noon and closes at 12 midnight. So they're open if you want to get something to eat late night as well. Next is Raw on 5. This is the sushi, seafood, Asian restaurant located on the 5th floor. It's a beautiful venue offering fresh seafood, and like Craft Social, you pay for whatever it is you order like a regular restaurant. For Raw on 5, I would check and see if reservations are needed. Le Grand Bistro. This is a French-themed restaurant that is on the 4th floor, and I believe it might be next door to Craft Social. Le Grand Bistro is open from noon to 2, and for this, there is a cover charge to get in because this is considered a specialty restaurant. I've seen it for $20, I've seen it for $30. just check and see what the cover charge is for your sailing. The Rooftop Garden Grill is another specialty restaurant. This one is on the 15th floor, just one level above the pool. There is a cover charge as well. I've seen it for $25. And this restaurant serves more what I would call like American food, things like ribs and chicken wings, and it's more of a barbecue type place. I've heard good things about it, although we didn't get a chance to visit the Rooftop Grill on our sailing. I saw online where it said the Fine Cut Steakhouse is sometimes open for lunch. I do not believe it was open for lunch during our sailing. However, if you're interested in going to the Fine Cut Steakhouse, that may be an opportunity to go at a reduced price and still get some really good food. There are 13 places to eat dinner on the Celebrity Beyond. All are open on sea days and port days. 5 of those 13 are open to all travelers at no additional cost and are included in your cruise fare. The remainder are specialty restaurants where you either have to pay a cover charge to get in, or you pay for whatever you order, or there's specialty restaurants available to guests in the suite class or the aqua class staterooms. So first, the Ocean View Cafe. The Ocean View Cafe is open from 6 to 9 every day. The theme of the food at the Ocean View Cafe changes for dinner just like it changes for lunch daily. Lunch and dinner are not the same food theme either at the Ocean View Cafe. So whatever it is, if you go there for lunch, when you go for dinner, you'll find that they've changed the food theme. The Celebrity Beyond has 4 main dining rooms instead of the one large dining room that you find on some other cruise ships. The Cosmopolitan is your traditional American food. The Normandy is French. The Tuscany is Italian. And the Cyprus is a Greek Mediterranean theme. An interesting thing that I really like about these 4 main dining rooms is there is a staple menu that is going to be the same across all 4 restaurants. Not all of the food is the same, but just a core staple menu that you'll be able to get no matter which of the 4 restaurants you go to, and you'll be able to get the specialty meals only served in that particular restaurant. What I really like about that is that you can get that core menu if you're traveling with a group of people where one person really likes something from off that core menu, but someone else wanted to try something at either Normandy or Tuscany or Cyprus. You know that you'll have those core menu items available no matter what restaurant you go to, so that way you'll satisfy all of the travelers in the group. The 4 main dining rooms are included in the cruise fare at no additional cost. It's a great option. Just note that if you're buying drinks at these restaurants, there will be an additional charge for the drinks unless you have a drink package. The next 6 restaurants on this list are specialty dining restaurants that come at an additional cost. So for all except Raw on 5, there is a cover charge, meaning you have to pay a price per person before you're able to make a reservation and go to these restaurants. Raw on 5, I mentioned, that's also a lunch option, is an option where you pay for each thing that you order and just pay for it like a regular restaurant. A few things to note about these particular specialty dining restaurants. Note that at Fine Cut Steakhouse, I did not eat there, but when I'm looking at the menu, I get the impression that it is possible to have charges for certain things you order in addition to the cover charge you pay to get in. Like I saw a note on the menu that says they're charging you $20 for additional entree items. Now, I know at the other 4 main dining rooms, we've ordered more than 1 entree and there was no additional charge. But at Fine Cut Steakhouse, I saw that on the menu, so check it out. The second thing about Fine Cut Steakhouse I saw on the menu was that there were certain additional amounts of money there for certain cuts of steak or types of steak ordered. So if you're going to the Fine Cut Steakhouse, just call, find out in advance whether you'd be paying money in addition to the cover charge if you ordered 1 or more particular items from the menu. The second thing to note is Le Grand Bistro turns into a dining experience called Le Petit Chef. So even though there's hours on the chart for Le Grand Bistro, Le Petit Chef has seatings at 6:30 and at 8:30 because they're timing the dinner experience. I'll put up some pictures of what Eden looks like because we went in there to walk around and chill, and we went to the bar and we went to a show that was in Eden. It is very cool. And next time we go on the Celebrity Beyond, we're going to try to eat dinner at Eden. The last two restaurants on our list are Blue and Luminée. And as I mentioned during the breakfast segment, that these are the two restaurants that are available, Blue being available only to guests of Aqua Class and Luminée being available only to guests of the retreat. The food at Blue was awesome. We went to Blue for breakfast, we went to Blue for dinner, and I just thought that hands down, that was one of the best restaurants that we went to on the ship. We really tried to keep it to whatever was included. And since we had already paid a little bit extra for Aqua Class, we didn't feel the need to pay extra for specialty dining. And I think that worked out really well for us by having Blue as our dedicated restaurant while on the ship. There is one specialty dining restaurant I want to bring to your attention because I did not see this before I went on my cruise, and I wish I would have. I don't know if I would have done it, but I might. And this is Dinner on the Edge. Dinner on the Edge is a dinner that is held on the magic carpet. During the day, it is sometimes a bar, and sometimes it's an extension of Raw on 5. And the bar is sometimes on the 14th floor, sometimes it goes up to the 15th floor, and then on particular nights, it serves as Dinner on the Edge. This does have a cover charge that I think was actually around $100. Don't hold me to that, but I seem to remember it was about $100 per person. It looked like it was a very beautiful experience. Again, we didn't do it, but maybe next time. Let's talk about the dress code. What's the dress code for the dining venues on the Celebrity Beyond? There's only two things you need to remember. One is that, generally speaking, if you are going into any venue that is a restaurant that is enclosed, where you are being served food, those are the restaurants that are going to have the dress code apply. And what is that dress code? No swimwear, swim cover-ups, robes, flip-flops, shorts, tank tops, and baseball caps. Now, what does that mean for the rest of the places like the Ocean View Cafe, the Solarium Spa Cafe, the Master Grill? These are places that are not going to have a dress code because they are either poolside, as the Master Grill is. The Ocean View Cafe is right off of the pool. That's the buffet. The Spa Cafe and Juice Bar is inside of the Solarium, which is pretty much an enclosed area with hot tubs and a pool. And the Eden Cafe, although that's not really in a pool area, it is open only for breakfast and lunch, and it's really not the same kind of atmosphere as if you were going to dinner in Eden. So I don't know if I would say I would do swimsuits and cover-ups in the Eden Cafe, but it just looks like it's a lot more relaxed type of atmosphere. Second thing is that on this boat, the attire that is acceptable is generally called smart casual. What is that? You don't really need to get fancy and dressed up. I would say that a nice shirt, avoid t-shirts too. That's something that's on the list that might be prohibited in restaurants. Really, there are degrees of reasonableness even to the things on the prohibited list. And here's what I'm talking about. So even though flip-flops are on the prohibited list, I wouldn't say that all thong sandals are. Even though t-shirts are on the prohibited list, I wouldn't say all t-shirts are. I would say if it's my favorite concert t-shirt from 30 years ago that's faded and a little ripped up, no, that's not going to work in a restaurant. But if it's a nice monocolor t-shirt that I'm wearing with a sweater or a jacket, then I don't think it's going to be a problem. So just also the same thing for shorts. If they're, ragged or cut off shorts, obviously that's not going to work. But if you're wearing nice, dress shorts, I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. So just think smart casual is the description of the dress code, and degrees of reasonableness have to be applied to everything that you do, and you really won't have a problem. Even though Craft Social could be thought of as a restaurant, it's really a sports bar. So people are in there wearing t-shirts, jeans, shorts, football jerseys. So I would not say that the smart casual dress code applies at Craft Social. Another thing to note is that on our sailing, we were on a 10-day cruise where 2 out of those 10 days were designated as evening chic, and the other 8, the attire said smart casual. So evening chic, here's what I saw happen. You had some people that came decked out. I'm talking evening gown, glittery shoes, and the whole 9. And there were some people that just were dressed a little bit nicer than they may have been on smart casual night. And then there are people who didn't do anything other than just look nice and look good. So the choice is yours, and you just do whatever is comfortable for you. Lastly, about the dress code, I noticed that there was an 80s party in the club one night where people were told to come in your 80s gear. And there was a party, I think, called Shine the Night, where people, it was going to be held on the pool deck outside, and people should wear any shiny, sequiny, silvery, glittery thing that you brought. Now, I didn't know about this before we got on our cruise. I don't know how people know it. So I'm just letting you know that the information may be out there. There may be some special theme night on your sailing of the Celebrity Beyond. It would have been fun to be able to participate had I known that that was going to be a themed clothing night. Tip number 1 is room service is 24 hours a day. If you are ordering continental breakfast, that does not have any additional cost. If you are ordering traditional breakfast or anything else from room service, there is going to be a $9.95 fee. So when we ordered our full breakfast, we wanted pancakes, we wanted bacon and coffee and juice and all this stuff. We just paid one $9.95 fee, and I think it's just the delivery fee. And there was an 18% gratuity fee. I believe the total for that breakfast was $11.94. If you are ordering something, again, where you would need a drink package to be able to not be charged for it, just keep in mind if you order it through room service, you will be charged, or you're going to need a drink package to cover it. The 4 main dining rooms are available on a first come, first served basis, so you don't need reservations. And I actually was told that they don't take reservations, but I think they do. I think if you have a large group, it would make sense to me that you would be able to call and make a reservation for a certain time. So just find that out when you go on your trip. And if they don't, I would advise getting there early if they don't take reservations. Next is Cafe El Baccio. Cafe El Baccio is on the 4th floor, and it is a coffee and snack shop. They have light breakfast sandwiches in the morning, and they have some light lunch sandwiches available as well, like really small, kind of light bites. But they also have all kinds of pastries, cakes, cookies, and they're open from around 6:30 in the morning to about 11 o'clock at night. They might open a half an hour earlier on port days where we arrive in port pretty early. But generally speaking, Cafe El Baccio is open between 6:30 and 11. The Ocean View Cafe has a pizza station and a pasta station that are open at odd hours, and some of the time, even when the Ocean View Cafe is closed for lunch or dinner. So the pasta station is actually inside of the buffet area itself, and the pasta station is open from 12 o'clock to 9:30. The pizza station is all the way in the back of the Ocean View Cafe, and that is open from 12 noon until 1 a.m. And lastly, the times that things are open and what's available can also be found in the Celebrity app. Once you're on board, the Wi-Fi connection, so you can use the app, is free. Just connect to the app and there'll be a place in there when you look up food and it'll show you what is open right now when you're looking at that app. And finally, once you're on board, there will be newsletters dropped off in your stateroom the evening before that will tell you what is going to be available the following day. You can see what venues are going to be open on port days, if it's a port day, sea day, if it's a sea day, and what time the venues are open and available. Thank you for joining us. I hope you got some helpful information when you're planning your next cruise on the Celebrity Beyond.
Please subscribe for more content about new home construction and model home tours in and around San Antonio.
And subscribe to continue to follow us as we continue to turn our new construction house into a home and give you more tips for cruising.
As always, until next time, be peaceful, stay prayerful, and count your blessings.